It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we're going to see Luke McCaffrey. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Commanders and the Giants. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. They could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they're halfway home, looking good, and a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Giants offense ready to go to work, and they'll do so behind Daniel Jones in his 6th season now out of Duke.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A quarterback run, good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
56.
Throwing Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here. And it's the rookie Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
That's out wide here for Robinson. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. You talk about this Giant defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the number 1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. These 2 teams met at Commanders Field earlier in the season with Washington winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip. 2nd and 10. To the air goes Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Flushed out right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, here we go.
In motion, Slayton. Now Jones. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. Shakes off the sack. On the move to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's taken down inside the 30. First catch here by McLaurin, and he's got himself a 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and 8. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They'll run with Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Robinson. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Okay, here we go.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Gano's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. But back deep for the Giants is Dory Jackson. Fielded at the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. On play action, they'll throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Half 18, half 18.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw again. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Giants have cut it back within a score.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 10. Now Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here's Daniels.
Open man is Noah Brown. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Robinson on a give right side.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one...
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here's 3rd and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Daniels looking to throw.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Throwing now is Daniels.
Man open, here is Crowder.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Daniels.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. To the air goes Daniels.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here we go, hey.
Jones now. A final shot before break. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin in the NFC. Dallas paying a visit to Atlanta.
and it's the Cowboys who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Patriots in that ball game. Tony Pollard, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Khalil Shakir, a touchdown reception. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He had 2 touchdowns on the ground and added another on the receiving end for good measure. He was awesome. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson getting set for this next drive. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Robinson up the middle.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first. They'll run again here with Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
46 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Austin Eckler
With career touchdown number 75.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Daniels going to try and throw for it.
That's caught. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Chip.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now Jones.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here we go, hey.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down. Back to throw. Jones.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. 2nd and 6. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now 3rd down and 7. Operating from the gun. Daniels able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's going to try and take off with it.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Daniels firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Giants offense at the line ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this to Eckler. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. 2nd down and 8.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
Eluding the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the 1st.
And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Okay, here we go. Off we go.
Singletary to get the drive started. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Second and 9.
Off we go.
Back to throw. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
Here we go. Off we go. Off we go.
Back to throw. Jones.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for the New York Giants. F-18.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got Slayton on the slant.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Robinson, the motion man right.
Back to throw again.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Cadence, lock in the cadence. Apple, apple, apple. Off we go.
Off play action. Jones.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. In motion left, Robinson. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Escaping the pressure right. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. Jones.
That's caught left side by Neighbors. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, Jones. His throw caught at about the 5. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Hey.
Back to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Giants go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Again, it's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
Here's 3rd and 9.
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution, and they did it confidently.
So for Washington,
the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.